coming from right to left, looking up, looking down. Have you had your dinner? Do I sort of sound ridiculous that I'm just talking the way I feel? Because that's the way I feel. Do you like the buildings? Can you actually see through the windows? The 3D effect on the wall? Somebody's standing up. Should I turn it back towards my side and answer the questions many ask? You talk a lot, sir. You do a lot, sir. You calculate a lot, sir, but I don't understand. What am I actually doing? I look at something and I say something's weird about it. What is the equation that I am going to make up in my mind that will make something come out of whatever that is? What is it that's in there that's intriguing me to speak about it? Is it a song? Well, big deal. I saw a guy yesterday bowl a 300 game, so they sing about the word 300, big deal. Well, now we know bowling has 300. We've just made our first comparison. We've just made our first connection. But big deal. The question in whole, and of course in parts, will be all of what is something that you want to know. What is it that you want to know? If we search an area of which you have not shown up, you tell me, this is what I want to know. So right away you'll tell me anything you want. And I'm going to find something about what you want to know. Because now I know what you want. So I'll be able to say, okay, number 8. It's going to do this for what you want, because 8 is everywhere. It's H and I and H, and how high can you go of the 7th gate of your mind that has lifted your mind? I did a few little things that we're going to do, but first, 216, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Was it 216 seconds, which would have actually been 3 minutes, 37 seconds? What is it with the Rothschilds and number 47, the number of death? DE in French, it says 2. It says 2, ATH, angel transmission heaven, which means you're minusing 2 angels of spirit. One of the soul, one of the spirit. They both get an A. One's a J for an A, consisting of the O, because everything fits in the water. And the other one is an A, lonely A. The only A you find on here, and man has put the 6 lights out on the menorah with his 2 eyes and his 1 nose pointing towards the pyramid. He sits down with his 6, his waist, and he sets his feet back down on the ground, turns them away, and man is now in his grave, number 47. 47, or 4 times 76. Because man is 6 and he's lying down. The 4 is the angle of the angel of this 4 times 6, and the 4 plus 6 equaling x10, 4 and 6. And 6 by 4 is 24, is the x letter in the regular language. 24 plus 10 equals 34, Earth and Mars. We'll talk about that later. So 4 times 76. I do it the easy way. Why? Because while I'm calculating, the elevator had to stop at level number 7, and I had to transfer over because this one didn't go down anymore. The ropes, the strands, and the spindles have run out of time at 6.66 billion people on the planet. Divided by the 9 legs of the cat equals 74. The center of the gematria tree, by coincidence, that the same size diamond, when you're looking up diamonds for sizes and weights and measures, you will see that one of some sort inside a diamond will equal to that 74, regardless if I know or I don't know. If it does show up, and hey, wow, how close can I be off by the millimeters? So let us go one more time. 4 times 76. 76 and 76, 152. It's not 252, it's 152. Why? Because Earth has 1 moon. 5 and 2, EARTH, avenue. Park places, boardwalks, and avenues. You want a street with no name? Look up into the sky. 76 and 76 is 152. 1, 5, 2. times 2, because we said 4 times 76, equals to 304, 3 years in a row. 61 days before the new year of 365, and 62 days if we're in the doghouse. Do you know why? Because here's 6, and your 1 is the only way to get the 6 lights. 61 days away is actually March 1st in a leap year. 61 from, 61 away in a leap year. Only one of them can happen, because the 304 and 61 is 365. The other one would be 62 days. It would still be 62 days, that's right. Because the 4th day of the 304th day, that's right, will be October 30th. The 304th day, my friends, of the year, which is 61 and 62 days away. 61 and 62 equals to 1, 2, 3, is from the New Year's, and it falls on Halloween, 3 years out of 4. Why 3? Because that's the systematic. 1, 2, 3, 4A. 5, 6, 7, 4B. ABC, 4C. Center C of the piano, let's start playing where we stopped on A and B. We went A to G, and A to G, and A to G, and A and B ended up getting 3 positions on the piano compared to C, where she had to split the house between the stern of the boat where the I captain sits a peak of H and I and ho, 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 because he's the one on the go, go, go. Okay for the nav. You heard what the nav said. Jack, the nav. Yeah, make a hard right, Colonel. If you don't make the hard right, you see, they distorted his mind. They put him into a position he didn't know he was in. So he made the hard right, and all of a sudden, scraping along the bottom of what they say is the Queen Mary of Titanic, came the last bowel and the last feet. 100 and X so years ago. Let us get back to Halloween. 4 times 76 is Halloween, 3 years in a row. We multiply 304 times 3 is 912. 912, that's what knocked down the Twin Towers. Why? Because 9 times 1, 9 times 2 is 18, which is Resh, which is the letter R, which is the 18th letter in the alphabet. But when you design it, it sometimes looks like a P, and then if it leans back, it could end up to be an R. But when you turn it all the way around, it's Resh, number 70. Number 70 plus 18th is 88. What 88 is it? It's 188. But I didn't hear 3 numbers. That's okay. There's nothing there. It's just us. It's 188. You going to let me in? 86 said I can come into the Venus world because 99 is going to set me up in 13 years with some chick. I'm 86. I came into this world on the cross at 14. But I didn't run my 24 hours a day until I was the age of 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 2 is 4, which makes 10 o'clock at night. D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. 4 Ds, you get stands, and you get to stand them up as Ps. 4 times 4 is 16. The 16th letter in the alphabet. Look, there's the D in Greek. If I put 4 of them, I got a P. Now, if I got a P, what happened to my B? Well, it doesn't matter because you keep losing your head every level you go down, and you end up, you see the angle over here? This is the 3 angle. How do I know it's the 3 angle? Because when you cut the corner off on the side on the right of tic-tac-toe, it comes from the 3 area. If you were to cut it off the bottom, this point over here, that's number 9. That's the Hershey Kiss. They took that away because the only thing that comes out in that area is out your rear end. That's the way I see it now. See these diamonds? Diamonds in the sky? You see this diamond over here? This is a K. This is an R. This is the Mercedes sign. Just draw a line here, and it's the peace sign. When you put them together, it makes a square. But there's more to it. Yo 11. Where do we start? Well, where's the beginning? Well, just stand on O. O will pretty much help you out into this world. So where are we right now? I wanted to talk about Time, again, number 47. About 8 and 6, the heavens we are, O and O. If I take this 8 and put it next to this 6, this O is going to disappear in here, and it's going to have a tail. A tail on, a tail off, the tail to the story. Roth, 1833 says gold. It also says the clubhouse. 47 is time. Why? Because 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6. And 5 and 6 is what is missing between 4 and 7. Not only in the dog pound at 2, 3, and 4. This one holds up the record, but it spins around these two all the time. I don't know how that works, but they use these two to go bowling. These right here. So this is what happened when we praised to 10. Do we praise to 10? Do we praise to 10? Why 10? Why 10? Because Torah says 10? Well, let me tell you one thing. The minute you show up at a synagogue or at church, it's only polite to wait till somebody comes in, because you can pray all day by yourself. So they say, let's each accompany one another in our own fashion of 10, because we are 10. We are born out the 10. We come into bar mitzvah, we become 23. And for the rest of our lives, 23, we live at 5, 6, 11, 5, 6, 11, 5, 6, 11, 5, 6, 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. We become 6, 5, and 2. 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 2 is 8. 6, 7, and 8. The queen, the jack, and the king. The total eyes that the cards have, 7, 8, and 6. The jacks have 6, the kings have 7, the queens have 8. Hear the song that's on? Running with the Devil. We can catch him. Do you know why? He already knows everything. He's not sure which path he needs to go next. And every time we make a move, we're going to find something new. That's not going to help one person. He's only going to be helped once. Every time we connect with something, each of us, we've helped each other once. We are more than 10. We come here as 23. The 23rd hour of the day is 11. 5, 6, and 2 again. SIX equals 52. SIX equals 6. 6 equals 52. 52 equals earth in the heart. And right away, I get my 6. 5 equals 11. 1 and 1 is 2. The 1/4 of 25. 6/25 of the Mayans. Of what the Mayans say is the end of times is right over here. And at the same time, when you collect the Matria tree, 5 goes here, 5 goes here, 5 goes here. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 32, 5, 23, 5, 14, 5, and 5. 5 by 5 is 25 by 5 is 125 by 5 is 625 multiplied times 41, because that's all the numbers are. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4, 5, 6, and 7. We exchanged the 1 and the 2 for a number 3. We removed it and put it inside the linear. See these dice? We just took it and we slipped it inside of this, as so. So we took it out, and we put it this way, and that's the 7 world. This way or this way? Open or closed? 4 and 3. You see the way the snowman gets built? We can take this and continue to create the letter Z. The only ones that will create the letter Z, no, we don't want that. We want this. See the way it would continuously create? You always want to connect. You can't go across any other way. So if you flip it over, do you see number 7 inside of it? Is it this way, number 7? No, this creates actually a window for number 7 if you see it. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 makes 7. Let me see what else there is. I'm going to try to get this. Can you read this? I didn't study this yet. I'm not sure that the minute you pass a row, okay, there's supposed to be a line that goes across. I don't know how it works yet. But since I know of the equation, when I do play with it enough and find out how it works, we will find something in something that we didn't know before. I want to show you something about, this is Rothschild, okay, R-O-T-H-C-H-I-L-D. This one over here creates M and M. This one, okay, L-D and R-O. So now I have R-O-L-D. So it says rolled. So now I'm going to have to take between the two rows. And you see the way it comes off here, it stops here, and it stops here, and they got like something over here and something over here. It's like, take away this. Take away this part here, and take away this part here. Maybe it's too high. Maybe I should just take away a whole row. This is the light and the spade held up by a diamond. You see they split the diamond in half. See the black cards? The diamond is split in half. That's one of the reasons, and I do not know about all the picture cards. I do know that they talk about watering pipes and electricity with yellow and grounding and gold in the mine. Anyways, Mississippi, 4977-977-9779. So do you think they're trying to do something? How do I find this like this? Well, all the S's are equal to 7. You can also use the S's in another fashion by saying, where is it over here? It's the 19th one, right? So you can split it apart and go 10 on one side, 9 on the other side. But the minute I go 1 and 9, okay, is 10, and then I automatically add 6 to it. Or I'll add 15 to it and mark it 25. But if I add 15 and mark it 25, then it's 2 and 5 is 7 again. So it would actually say me, Y, me, Y, me, Y, I, me, I don't have the complete translation, but I do know it's communication from one island to the next island big time, because they just bought over this radio station near me. And these are Jupiter's and Saturn's numbers. These are big time numbers, the Mississippi. This is not just a river. Okay? Now what can I tell you it is? Like people say I swim, well, I'm going swimming, my friends, because that's all I can basically do for now. The only thing I can do is bring out that there is an equation in there. What it is, I'm not sure. For those who search, I can help them with that area. But I cannot do all the searching, because how can I know everything in the world? When I find something and it's not relevant to you, it's because you're not searching for it. 9 times 7, all you get is 1663 and 1993 if you want. All you get out of this is 63. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 plus 9 is 16. 7 and 9 again. 16 and 63 come out. 7 and 9, 7 and 9, Rothschild, R and O. Rothschild, the name, is a total of 97. If you take the first one, it becomes 9, 6, 3, 4. 3, 4, 9, 6. 9 times 6 is 54 is 9, and 3 and 4 is 7. His last two letters, first two letters, his name keeps coming out to this. 4 and 9 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4, so you have 4, 9, and you have 7, 9. That's all you have. 4, 9, and 7, that's all you have here. And it repeats itself. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 and 7 is 14 equals 63. So 7 and 7 comes back to equal the same thing as 9 times 7 equals 63. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So we come to the same rotation. We'll do it again. 7 by 7 equals this. And if you take a look at this, it's 1, 3, and 0. 14 is the 30 creation. Why? This stands for Mercury. Mercury, sun, is what this says. Seems like, is that what it means? Mercury? Is Mercury supposed to be red? Is Mercury supposed to be Earth's sun? What does it mean, Mercury sun? Does it mean Venus is not here at all? The only time you see Venus is in a woman's stomach. And letters, and certain letters, B's and R's and different kinds of letters would come back, okay? Does anybody understand how I do letters? This is the way I do a letter. If you want me to do it in Greek, I'll do this. Okay? But if you want me to do this, I can't do this. No freehand. You must follow the lines. Okay? And the minute you pass 3 lines, okay, do you see this house over here? The minute I pass 3 lines, I can connect one more line, but then this line has to go down here, and these get canceled out. Different levels. There's in actuality 3 levels of 12 in roulette, in which there's a minimum of 2 dice in each level, if not 3 dice, but it's the moving parts that will replace the dice as man takes a walk. meaning that 2, 5, and 8 is man's mind, and then he's choosing between the left and the right. And somehow the people who run this island have manipulated how things get, the vibrations, the music. I mean, imagine this. Imagine if you knew everything. Somebody comes to you for a job, 5 days later you give them an answer. 3 days later you give them an answer. It goes from computer to one computer, and it sets up everything that's going to happen. Even the next song that's going to come out. They're going to know the vibrations of the song. They're going to know what the people want to hear. And all they do, the greatest magic of the system setup, is everybody comes and does it for nothing. Who wants to sing? Then they find the right person with the right vibration, and regardless of how it is, they're always going to manipulate the crowd for what they want. So we had that Mississippi thing, and I'm going to get back to Judas Akaras. How about let's say Judaism? Irakas, Judaism. 99137. This is perfect to the French roulette. This is absolutely perfect. 116337. This is absolutely amazing. Compared on the next page to, we have Judas here and we have Jesus. But Jesus says, I am of the God. I am the Zeus, is who he's saying. He has a U in his name. Father, Mother. He represents the electronic system. And then he represents between the spirit and the soul, Father and Mother. You see, the only difference between the two names is the D. He doesn't have an A. D and A and E. The rest are the same. So, what we do, D, A, and E, this is the electronic angel spirit. Okay, E-world spirit, 514. Absolutely. 4 times 5 is 60. Jesus comes from a birth egg on this planet. Absolutely the 62nd man. He's the minute man. He came to repair everything between the two sides. But all he did is create a new side, because there was Judaism and there were what others that were actually down here. When we actually look back to Jesus, he's the one who creates Venus. Not only that, but right now, there's a Rothschild coat of arms. If you take a look, they are not all the same. The center one is not the same. The center one is different, and the center one is all plugged up with red. The other thing is on the right-hand side is the V letter with, excuse me to say it, Venus rhymes with P-A-N-U-S, right? Penis. And it's a sin. And somehow the right world of ESP, 3, 6, and 9, it seems to control everything. 4 gives you a rotation, in which 3 just gives you the replication, unless 3 runs in 4. Did you follow me, or did I fish there? Judas, if you take a look at Judas, 4119, 41 is the monopoly. You arrive at New York with him. Okay, with Jesus, you're 192. Okay, passage of 92 in the beta world. He passed through hell. Somehow 1921, and here, check this out, 9/11. He came from one world, where it marks here that he came from 4 worlds. The 4 worlds, 1, 1, and 4 is KD. Okay, he came from the secondary world, Judas. He did not. He's a sad Jew, and he's a one that sucks. This is the way they express it within their own self. Okay, now what does it mean? 19 is the spirit of the moon. 92, he came as a fool, because the 92nd day of the year, when February has the leap year, okay, is April 1st. He came as an alpha beta, which is a U. See the U? He has the same numbers. U. Kentucky, free parking, Kentucky, New York. He went around the board at least once. Something to tell me he's more from heaven. He went around the board, 4119. New York. This guy doesn't come around the board. If he does, it's number 46 or 192 before he makes the board. This guy makes the board right away. The letters are K-I, King 9, K9. This says K9 dog on it. Okay? K9 dog. Why would it say K9 dog from the first world? 11 and 9. This one over here says K9 dog, but right at the end. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He came from the buzzing bees. Oh no, this one is created here. This guy has to be recreated here. I don't know, because of you, you and the moon, 19 and 21, 19, 21, 19. He was cornered off on Park Place, this guy over here. He went from go all the way to the corner. He stopped. He stopped here, and Jesus went over here. He came all the way around, saying he probably never came all the way around, but he never went all the way. What is this over here? This is how we are trapped inside the areas. The 1 and the 5 go on the outside. The 3 is the spindle that turns around, and these 2 fingers give the support as 2 and 4 and 4 and 2. That's the way the Mayans worked it. They worked it on what they can do with their hands. Okay, it had to be that way. The other thing about 432, that when you add it together, it's 666. This added together is 666. You see? Rotation, 3 areas. 50 equals 5 and 6, because it's the 6th man who will pass through this area. It's the electronics. It's the spirit electronics that comes into this world. Wouldn't you like it if that every single night when it came time to bed, you were up in the other world, not sleeping at all, but your body was sleeping down here, having all kinds of dreams, and you come down into your body during the dream period, and then you leave your body again to go into the other world. Imagine if we can return to the other world. Imagine if there was really another world. You see, I see there is. Sometimes, and probably very close to a fact, that they're so close to us that it's insane. So we ended up, the differences between the 2 of them was, between Jesus and Judas, was D-A-E. E and A is 15. D is the 4. That means there was a moon away between the 2. This equals to 19. 4, 9, 10. But it equals to 19. How can I say, why does it equal to 19? A and E, from the A and E world, 15, and 4 is 19. 4 by 5 equals to 20. The year 2000, 2010, now we're at 2013. Is there any way to drag 2013? Well, I can drag you 5 more days, because 1 times 4 equals 4. 1 times 4 equals 5. 5 plus 4 equals 9. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 5 and 6. 5 and 6 equals 11. I have 911. What's left over of 911 is the same of 911, is the same of 911. But Judas is definitely 1 moon ahead. Look at what it says, Das, like Das Auto, part of the German replica. Was it Das Auto? Where does that come from? Is it German? Because they're definitely, no matter what you say, there's something going on in this world more that takes upon our birth than anything else. Anyways, Raphael 7286. And the constellation of Pegasus. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to show that I didn't. 1, 5, and 6. 1776. Does it look like 1776? You see the sword? The sword? I didn't create this sword. This is what's created on the dice and on your telephone pad when you put those numbers in of 1776 or 1771. The 6 is in the center. Why? 1 crosses over to meet 6. 6 crosses over to meet 7. They cross over the center of electricity between that line. This says Sabbatha. S-A-B-T-H-O or S. Sabbatha. What it is it's part of the how we figure things out. 3-letter word. B, U, T, 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 U, B. But, tub, 60, 42, 2, and 2. 10 is in this formation. Equals to 105, this formation. Minus 2, 105 equals to Venus. Somehow if they're minusing Venus, she doesn't exist. Satan does this. What would this look like? This is what the word Satan does. Maybe if I load this more. This looks like a yud. This is the numbers in Satan. This is what he creates. 512 megabyte. 5E, S1, A1, E5, N5. 512 megabyte. 1, 6, 7, 8. Why? Because 17, when you make a bet on this, I'm sorry, Satan. I just made a thing. This is Satan's markings. Okay? Satan's markings. This one over here is 19. This one over here is 20. This one over here is 18. 17 plus 1. This one over here is the 1 area or the 10 area. S-T-A-T-E-N. Where's the E? E-N. So this is what it would do. Or would it be like this? Somebody walking with his head hanging over, looking down at the square. See, they're all pyramids, yellow and red. And if you look at a lot of games from kids, they put a lot of red and yellow together. Blue is afterward. See the way they have replica, lamed, lamed, always something to hold itself on, lamed, lamed, two. I don't know, but this says Satan. There's also Texas Hold'em, and yes, M&M, yes, Texas Hold'em. 2 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards you get, 3 cards get flipped, 1 card gets flipped, 1 card gets flipped. You're playing in a 1-2, you got a BB, which is 22, a big blind, and you got a small blind, okay? The electricity that brings it on is the chips. Do not feed the animals. When you play poker, do not feed the animals. Refrain from eating chips. Rethink. But there is a $25 chip in there. But we don't have a $25 bill. But we have a $20 bill. But the Roman numerals use 2 X's. So you see what we have to do? We have to find out why we have the $25 bill, because 25 times 25 is 625. We don't have a $14 bill, but we have a quarter, which is 1/4 of a dollar, and that's good enough to say quarter. I want to see what's on the next page. We did this, we did this. Another thing is, if I was betting, I would put 1 chip on here, which is the A1. I would put a chip over here between these two, and then I put a chip here. Now pick one which you want to win. Okay? You see, because if this one, or this one come in, you lose. But you can't put a chip on this one. This one's number 3. It's your creation. What are you actually betting for when you play roulette? When you put one between here and here, you see the way it makes an 8? See the way this one makes an 8? 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. See this 8? This is 1 way for an 8. This is 2 ways for an 8. It pays 17 to 1. Because you're connected, and here it's only paying 8 to 1, because you get the heavens. So you put 1 chip here, 1 here, 1 chip between here. You made 1 chip bet, 2 chip bet, 3 chips was bet. If this one comes up, you get 35 to 1, you lose 2, you get 33, the creation of the Christ. A, the angel comes about. 3 and 5, 3 times 5, 3 plus 5, equals 15 ball in the 8 ball. You have sunken and you're coming into life. 3 and 5 is 8H, and it's Herbie, and it's also for Quebec. Plus 1 equals 36 creation. You remember the Mississippi? 35 plus 1. How else would you like to bet? What if we bet number 6 over here? Well, you're man 6, you're already in the world. You get your 2 heavens, and you get 8 to 1, you get your chip back. 8 and 1 plus 9 gives you your birth, but you lose 1 chip over here, is 8, and then 1 chip over here. Now you got 6 wand plus your 1, you have 7. At least you got the 7th gate. You're ahead of the game. How do you want to play what game? What equation will we bring? Will we multiply it by 4? You see, 4 and 3 are a lot different from the other ones. When you go to planets, Earth and Mars do not have the letter U in it. But they do associate with angel residency, A and R. One is the love of it, in the 1,000 world, because it stretches out 1 more moon, the moon in your head, the moon in the sky, the moon over to Mars. Don't forget, whatever's going up is a satellite to hold on to an energy cylinder that they are spending money on right now in another end of the world. That's why they have to cause all these things to happen to get money to equalize things, because they're trying to win their own satellite home base for you and me to own everything we do. Whatever decision you will ever make in life, the minute you need a judge and a lawyer, whoosh, they take away 5 years of your life. Right away. The money goes, 5 years of your life, in that money, now your desire is to work harder because life is expensive. No. Life was created to be expensive, and you followed. Las Vegas. Oh, this is one thing I did want to say. This is one thing that I did want to say. Why did I write Sabato? Because A, S, B, A, T, H I don't have, but I already did it, okay? And 20 equals 24 and 24. That means you're in the 2020 world of me, because it's 4. The 0 equals 2, 4, 6, and 8. There's actually 20 and 80 are in the center world of the cross, and 40 and 60 are here. 40 and 60 are orange and blue, orange and blue, orange and blue palettes that we use when we put palettes, when we bring things for marketing. Orange and blue palettes, 60 for the orange and 40 for the blue, and number 4 also gets 60. So what do we do with that 10, 10, 10? 4, 4, and 4? 4, 4, and 4 make 12. 1 and 2 makes 3. That means 23 creation. Or we just say 26 is the doghouse, then automatically you know it was 2 times 3 that made the creation. The trains, the 444, the 6, the blue pallets. The size of the pallet is 40 by 48. If you take square paper and you run from here to here to here to here to here, the outside square will equal 48. And if you move 1 square in, it'll equal 40, making 40, 48 is 88. 40, 88 is 88. 40, 88 is 88. 63 points. You get 25 extra. You get 88. You play the piano. You have 52 keys and 36. You get 88. You have Mississippi. You get 63 again. And 49 and 14 and 16 and 14 equals 5 and 16 equals 7, 57, 75. Why? Because in the Monopoly game, the corners are double the properties. We have 9 this way, 9 this way, 9 this way, 9 this way. 36. Then we got each corner. 4, 4, 4, and 4. 16 equals 52? Right. But now we're overlapping. 52 is Earth. Do you see how we did it? Watch this. We have 9, 9, 9, and 9 properties. Plus the corners, which count for 4. But we're not going to do it that way. We have 9, 9, and 9 properties, in which in length this way, we have 2 and 2, which makes a total of 4. That means there's 9 in between properties to properties, expanding the board of Monopoly. That means you have 13, 13, 13, and 12, because you started on 1. So if you count 13 times 13 equals 169. 169, okay, and in order to go from corner to corner, it's going to be 48, and then on the inside 40, and that's what the size of the pallets are. And then they tell you only at 63 can you go into the second side, and the only side that will do it is over here. When you get 3 1s, 3 2s, 3, only when you multiply by 3 does it start to work for you. And you make it up to the minimum 63, and then to 84, 3 moons. I lost a little bit of what I was thinking. But when you go in from the number 4, the Mars area, and 84, and 25, it equals 109. 109 and 88 is 297. 197. 1, 9, and 7, Rothschild. 6, 9, 1. Sorry. 1, 6, 9. You see, so many ways to do it. 691, 6 times 91 is 546, is that right? 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 6 is 54. No. 6 times 9 is 54. Federation under the sun. 6 times 91 is 546. Federation under the sun. It says death. I don't know exactly what it means, but it says sun, it says the 20 world, it says creation in the 20 world. 169 in Monopoly is the entire Monopoly board, every single square. The corners get 4 each. In the Monopoly board, it stands for 88. That is used on the exterior corners when you trace out the board on the squares, and it's 81 on the inside, which is the size of Venus and the 3 suns, which shows you Venus is inside the 88. What is the 88 in this universe? We saw 691, but we know the spindle of Rubik's Cube can never be more than 591, because one side's ass will always be down. 5 times 91, we already know what 4 times 91 is. It's 364. 491 is 364. And it also totals 52 weeks of 7 days. 391 equals to 39 weeks of 7 days. This one will give you 13 moons. 4 plus 7, 47. Time of Christ. 4 and 7, 74, the Einstein theory. Why? Because it's 19. 19 becomes 10. Now you can leave it as 19 and 10, or you can put it into the second world and put a 2 over here. But it needs a reduction, because we have the maximum 9, now it reduces. 10 becomes 1 and 6, the 1 spirit is 6. 1 and 6 becomes 7, 7 and 4 go over here. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4, but we'll leave that to after. 3 times 91 is 273. 3 out of 4 years, it arrives on the 30th of September, but on the 4th year, it arrives on the 29th of September. 29929. So that I fish with that, you see, because I know what 29 is. It's the passage into this world. It's the 2 world, the 20 world, the 555. 3 91s is 39 weeks and a pregnancy. Add 4 days. Always add the 4 days onto this. How old is the child? You haven't left the hospital yet. Add on 4 days. The day the baby comes out, the child was just born. It hasn't even come into the world yet. 2 times 91? That's right. 2 times 91. January, February, March, April, May, June. 6 by 30 is 183. Or 182. Where did I go again with this? $291, 182 days, or the 291st day, which is 13, if I remember, it's 13 days, it's the 18th of October. Reish, the month of Reish, 10 and 18. The moon in the doghouse, because 10 and 28 is man, the moon, and the doghouse. Counts all 3 of them. But if you go to 191, you're actually talking about 13, is it 13 weeks? Yes. When you go to the 191st day of the year, if you go to the 91st day of the year, but if you go to 191 as in days, if I reckon, it's somewhere near July 4th. Everything is perfected to a T. What I do is I just try to come out and show you how things can be put together. And because I can see now a lot of things that have been put together, I'm believing that it's actually real and something might be happening if I can read this far into it. And the last thing I wanted to mention is the trains. Right now, if you want to know something, this is what I'm really concerned. Okay, first of all, the football games, who's playing who, is not going to tell me as much. How many trains have they added to the tracks in the last week, and how many trains will they be adding to the tracks in the near future? Because it seems like everywhere and everything I listen to, they're talking about flowers and trains. So now I must go ahead and listen to Vertigo and see how the green scales go. Remember, when I hear 191, 291, let's say I hear 146. If I hear 146, I'm going to say 273. 273 is equal 146. So, and sometimes I'll say, oh, I'll multiply it. I'll multiply each individual number, and I'll have a reason for my multiplication of what I'm searching for, but if I'm not asked the question, then I can only see so much. But this is not a see me who I am. This is the CB of who we are. CB codes. You know what? Check the CB codes, okay, the numbers that do not have any code, because that's the code that's the most important, the one that they take away. 44444 that we've been here. 3 parts to 1 connect. The 3 parts to 1 connect. So what is that extra hand? Do you understand? The hand that's in between. He's only got 3. If you have 3, someone holds this one, someone holds that one. All you got left is just 3 for yourself. Always got to take care of the kids and hold their hands, right? Thank you for watching. 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. In the year 5775, and again, Jesus multiplied 47 times 33, or 30 times 47 are both the possible times Jesus was born, and it will be in the Hebrew year of 3657. 36 and 57 is Ison. 36 and 50, 30 and 50 is 80. 80 and 80 plus 6 is 86, and 7 is 93. Hoover, Dam, and the rebirth of the Christ or the Antichrist. That's what it equals to now. But we can go to 80 and add 7 plus 6 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. We get 84, which is 3 moons, which is a complete cycle of a pig's pregnancy, and a notation for who God is Abraham. But as Dayenu, it's a day in the life of man. The day man died. Amen. Amenu. He was a minnow. He went back to be a minnow. We swam all the way home from the piece in our brain right here, right out of our ear. All we were with the extra blow of breath that came out. Dayenu. For eternity, for a day and a man, which actually would say, I am God, amen. You are man. You are everything less a day of who I am, a day of 7,000 years. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286, the constellation of Pegasus. Dayenu, the day of man, a day of 7,000 years. Thank you for watching.